We are live, I think. Are we live? Are we live? I think we are. Though it doesn't... For some reason it says it's not working. Hold on. Alright, seems like we're live. I think, hopefully. But anyways, welcome in everyone, if I am live. Hold on, let me have a look. Alright, yes, we are live, and looks like everything's doing well. Nice. But anyways, I don't really have much to say. Other than, I guess we dive into it. Yeah, I think so. Let me think. Anything I want to say before... Oh wait, no, there definitely is something. What I need to quickly just test to see if chat is working. So I'll just quickly put a test in chat. And... hold on. So, hold on, quickly do that. Just like get a bit of sound in there. Alright, hold on. Just going to do another test, and then I might just get rid of that message. Will it show up into chat? Why are the messages not showing up in chat? Hold on. If I was to do this, then do date. Let's add another one. And then do another test. Alright, there we go. It's working. Nice. I'll remove this. Alright. And then I'll just move the one right there. I'll remove this one. Alright, let's go. So, currently we're at 2,700 encounters for Yamper. And it's taking a very long time. We're probably hitting the 3,000 mark, if I could guess. Don't know whether we're gonna do it in today's stream. I normally get in like around 200 encounters every stream, so we're probably gonna end. It'll probably be around like the 2,900 mark, if I could. I think. Move around. So what have I been doing this past week? Let me think. I suppose I have been working on a new video. 2 new videos, actually. One for my brand new Bolts and Thunder account. And then one for, what's it? My this channel. The one for this channel will be a champion video, another one. Because I just had a really good idea after the Sharpedo one. I don't know whether I want to explain it this stream or just wait until I finish the video. It's still in the editing process, but also we have on the second channel, Bolts and Thunder. I'm currently making a video going into a deep dive about because like my second channel is gonna be more like let's say gonna be like talking more about like the Pokemon franchise itself, and not it's like let's just say it's not a gaming channel. Let's say that. Bolts and Thunder is more of a discussion and deep dive channel where I talk about Pokemon related things, like, for example, if how dangerous the Pokemon universe could be, or maybe explain about the origins of some Pokemon, like maybe the evolutions for like a short. But the one I'm making currently is talking about Pokemon's 5th weather condition, Acid Rain, which was a glitch in Generation 4, where when you knocked out a Pokemon with Pursuit, so if a Pokemon was switching out and you used Pursuit during a terrain condition that isn't like a weather one, so like your Trick Room, Tailwind was a thing back then. Trick Room, I think Gravity was another one. Basically, knocking out a Pokemon with Pursuit during one of those conditions would activate Acid Rain, and basically, and how it would work is that it activates all 4 weather conditions at once. However, the only downside, so I think I remember seeing that they banned Cast Form, because in the Acid Rain condition, Cast Form would just keep changing into its different forms, and the battle would never end, and it just, explode or something. I don't know, because I wasn't playing Generation. I wasn't using Pursuit in like Trick Room, because I hardly ever use Pursuit. But I think it was only a thing from Platinum to Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I believe. Also, I'll explain the champion video as well, because I have nothing. It's something to talk about. So, the champion video I'm making, right, is all about me using a random wheel of names to decide my decide the team I use, and I think it's honestly the weirdest like, it's just a team of misfits. You have, because these 6 Pokemon I hardly ever see in do I see as okay, the only one I've ever seen was the 3rd member on the team. Sometimes, very rarely. Look, when I have a team with a Azumarill on it, I am really going off the deep end. And the team does have an Azumarill on it. But honestly, the Azumarill on my team was cooking, alright? I think I did it very well. Because, okay, I'm trying to be secretive about my team, but as there's not many of you in the stream, I guess I will talk about it anyway. So team member number 1 was the Azumarill. Water Fairy type, got huge power. You can set belly drums, however, its other stats are really something. Then Orthworm's the next guy, big worm man. That can use Shed Tail, switch into the Azumarill to help him set up, with Shed Tail, get a substitute, help Azumarill set up the belly drum. Then my second plan was Pokemon number 3, Jolteon, and Pokemon number 4, Bellibolt. Basically, my Jolteon would use Discharge, and it'll hit everything on the field and activate Bellibolt's Electromorphosis, and then the Bellibolt could fire back with a Parabolic Charge. And since that's also a move that hits everything on the field, it will activate Jolteon's Volt Absorb, which will heal it, while hitting everything else. So basically, the Parabolic Charge would work as a like a matcha gotcha, if you think about it, to Jolteon. Then I also have an Arbok and a Phalanx. And those 2 Pokemon, to be fair, in the video, the Arbok kept getting one-shot by earthquakes, even when the Intimidate got activated. And, like, I think the Jolteon Belly Bolt strategy I kind of cooked with. I have to admit, I did really good with that strategy. And honestly, it hits like a truck. Because it's also really good against Charizard teams. Well, somewhat. Because my Jolteon had Lumberry, so if it's a lead like Charizard Venusaur, what I could do is the Venusaur would try and sleep powder one of us. If it went for the Jolteon, he would go to sleep. However, thanks to the Lumberry, I would just wake up, and you know, and then use Rain Dance and Weather Ball on the Belly Bolt. So, you know, Jolteon had Rain Dance, Belly Bolt had Weather Ball. You get a rain boosted Weather Ball going straight at the Charizard. And then, to be fair, I don't really know what you would. Oh yeah, wait, I do know. Because with Venusaurs, I would use Arbok because Gunk Shot like basically KOs it, and it doesn't really have much for. I mean, some Venusaurs were an Earth power, but not the Charizard Venusaurs. Normally, if it's a Venusaur on its own, it will use Earth power, but without Charizard, it would just with Charizard, it would have Sleep Powder, maybe some Poison move, some Grass move, and some other move. Okay, yeah, I think so. Also, as I'm not doing those, you know, I made a new team last night. Because one Pokemon I've always wanted to use was Hisuian Zoroark. Because I just think that if you can trick the opponents into like fake out in your Pokemon, and this is Zoroark, that is like the best feeling. You know, I have a King Gambit on my team because, you know, fighting types would love to close combat that thing. And it just being a Zoroark in disguise. But you can also, it's basically psychological damage to the opponent. You don't damage your Pokemon, their Pokemon, you damage their brains. They're like, oh wait, is this the Zoroark or is that the Zoroark? Are we all Zoroarks? You know? And just like getting, you know. Also, I saw on the Pokemon Center that there is a shiny Hisuian Zora plush, and I have to say, that is peak. Especially as a shiny hunter myself. And honestly, shiny Zora is like one of the best shinies. I do really like shiny Zora. Thing is, I think I only have like 2 of them in Legend Arceus. One for, you know, its evolution and one for itself. Actually, I think one went to Champions, you know, the one I'm literally using on the team. I also have a Floette and a Whimsicott, you know, those 2. I think it's just a nice Pokemon to have with the team. And Garchomp Sneasler, just good big heavy hitters. And Fake Out user. Of course, the Zoroark has Will-O-Wisp and Taunt. Taunt to stop Trick Room from being set up, and Will-O-Wisp to stop physical attackers, and, you know, and a Ghost move, because, you know, yeah, you want a Ghost move. And my plan for this team is I want to start actually climbing the Master rank, because every time I'm in Master rank, I only stay in rank 4 because I use the most weirdest teams. And, you know, Zoroark should be fun, and, you know, really good, hopefully. What else? Also, I realize I haven't actually been recording. Because normally I record it when I do find the shine. I can just use that clip. So yeah, good thing we didn't find the shiny then. To be fair, I haven't been streaming for that long, but my throat's already dry from talking about my champions team for very long. Even though it's only been 15 minutes. Alright. Also, we're currently on Yamper 2711. Hopefully today we can get to 2,800, maybe 2,900. Then maybe off camera I'll try and get to like 3,000, maybe higher. Because you know we're above halfway to over odds, so that's something, right? But hopefully we get it beforehand, because I keep watching other shiny hunting, shiny only for Sword and Shield, and everybody gets their shinies so quickly, and I'm just like sitting here waiting forever. I mean, this is like my first ever Sword and Shield shiny hunt that isn't a Dynamax adventure, so maybe I haven't grown the patience yet, but like, I see people getting their shinies in like the first 1,000, and this Yamper is really hiding. And look, right, I'm almost at 50 hours, and I am very far from getting my. Well, we don't know how far, but I've been hunting for Yamper for 50 hours. And trust me, maybe, I think it's just because I'm hunting a 5% encounter, but, you know, if I was hunting Yamper on Route 4, then we wouldn't be having this problem. We'd probably get in, like, half the time that, you know, like 25 hours, but Yamper really just doesn't like to hide from me, eh? So, okay, here is another one. It is 2,712. We also do need to run to the Poke Center real soon to heal up. Also, do you think we evolve Wacky before we get the shiny Yamper? Do you think the Thwacky will become a real boom before we get the Yamper? Because personally, I think so. I mean, my luck really hasn't been that great yet lately with shinies. You know, this hunt, the only shiny I've gotten like the past month is a shiny Vanillish from the Dynamax Adventure Shorts. I know it's hot at the moment, but I don't just need ice cream, alright? Um, what else? What else? You know, trying to think. What else do we talk about? It's only been 20 minutes, and I've basically gone through everything I wanted to talk about. Oh yay. I'm trying to think. Honestly, I don't really know. I'm trying to think if there's anything exciting that I've done the past few days that is worth talking about. Can't think of any. My life isn't really that exciting. Because basically all I've done has been I've been working on the videos and hey, talk about I really don't know what to talk about. Because is there anything else I can talk about? Champions, about I've gone over my random Pokemon team that I got from the wheel. So that will be the video coming out on Sunday, and then I'm going to be working on the and then the next week will be devoted to the second channel video, the first one, first of many. Because hopefully what I can do is, so my plans for the second channel is Monday and Tuesday are focused on research. Wednesday and Thursday are focused on recording. And like reading the script I made and doing all of that. Friday and Saturday are the editing days, and hopefully Sundays will be the posting days. And then when I'm not doing any of that, I will be working on this channel videos. So a lot of editing, a lot of doing that stuff, but if it's to make good videos, then why not? And then eventually we hopefully will get this maybe it might be next year, but hopefully at some point we finish this challenge. Then that will be another video. Alright, another Yamper. I've already gone over the naming theme for this playthrough when we do eventually find the Yamper. But maybe instead of just doing English places, I might like we could either do like food places, just like in the world, because I want my eventually when we find the Yamper, I have the perfect name for it. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Yamper is 100% a Greg's. Yamper looks like a Greg's sausage roll. Though he does look also dip into like a tub of mustard, but I don't really know if you put your mustard with sausage. I mean, people put mustard on hot dogs, so I suppose people do the same with sausage rolls. Not really much of a mustard guy myself, but more of a ketchup fan. I mean, if there's any sauce that I like putting on my food, then that would be a good old hot sauce. I mean, any type of hot sauce. I like all of them. Actually, no. There was one time I got this like really green-looking one, and I don't know. Having that would probably make me like turn me into the Hulk or something. It's gonna be like full of gamma. Or it's got some like it's probably got some disease from like the 1800s. Because I don't know, hot sauce don't. To me personally, I don't think hot sauce should be green. I mean, it can be green, and if it was blue, I would be very worried. But I mean, it could be food coloring, because I mean, food coloring and sauce, is that a thing? Because if we're like, widening it up and going over every electric type of a fast food or, just like a food place in general, I mean, hold on. Electric, Pokemon, Sword and Shield. So, in the entirety of Sword and Shield, we have... So, Pikachu. I mean, originally I wanted it to be called like a... Maybe... Asda. However, if we're like doing food places as a whole... I mean, Asda's not a food place, but... If we're changing it to just food places in general... I mean, Pikachu is the mascot, right? And when you think of food places, what's the first place you think of? Like, fast foods and restaurants and all of that. I mean, if you're thinking of fast foods and you're thinking of mascots and all of that, I mean, I'm not a huge McDonald's guy, but Pikachu might be McDonald's, The Magnemite. Actually, no. I think I remember once seeing a picture where a rat jumped in. Like, there was a story where I think a rat jumped into the deep fryer at like KFC or something. I think. I'm 100% certain on that. Bit graphic. But then there's the Magnemite. Is there any food places that have magnets? I don't know. Also, that is 2,722 for Yamper. So yeah, Magnemite. If I could guess, I think Magnemite would be like a. Is there any stories I remember of like people finding metal in their food? I swear there was one. You know. What? I got it. Wait, no, I don't have it. You know? Oh man, if there was 5 magnets in Magneton, Magneton would be the perfect 5 guys. But there's 3 guys, not 5 guys. I don't know about Magneton, but luckily he's not in the base game of Sword and Shield, so we don't have to worry about him anyway. No, I'll just go over the ones in the base game of Sword and Shield. Okay, Jolteon. I mean, if Jolteon is, you know, the evolutions are like Pokemon's second mascot. I mean, so hello there, Radox. I feel like Jolteon could be like a. I'm doing good. Still hunting for Yamper. I have earlier on in the stream. I mentioned how I have finished recording my next champion video. It's still being edited. And honestly, I think I cooked really hard with the team. Because in this one, I'm like limited to the Pokemon I have. I can't just choose any Pokemon. Hold on. If I don't like using this camera, but hold on. If I type up, I'll show you actually. Wheel opening. I'll show you. Hold on. If I wait, it's already open. Never mind. Then how do I do this? All right, it's full screen. Then if I come over to here, alright, switch to the React camera, and I did this. I spent like a few hours, like maybe not an hour, like 30 minutes, typing in like every Pokemon from Champions into a wheel, and I spun it 6 times. And the 6 Pokemon I got were the Pokemon I'm using in the video. So, this is just an example. You know, it lands on Samurott. And if this was the one for the video, then I would have to use Samurott. Switch back to the stream camera. Alright. And does it still have the results? No, but I can. You know, do I? No, I'll leave it there. Oh, that's a square bit. However, the team I got from the the team was not nice. It's the biggest bunch of weirdos I think I've ever seen. But I made it work. There's like 2 electric types. There is, and like the other, it's like I think all 6 I've like hardly ever seen. So I think like 4 of them actually have a really good synergy with each other though. Sadly, no Scolipede, but the Phalanx did return. There's one Phalanx. I gave up doing that Phalanx video from a while ago, and he's like, hell no, I'm coming back. Also, But I don't. You know, the thumbnail of the video has like the main Pokemon for the challenge, and good thing is that honestly, like I look at Pokemon and I'm like, however, it has a really good ability and it has a move that can help it set up, and one of the other Pokemon can also really help it set up, because it's got a certain way to protect the other Pokemon. I don't know whether I want to reveal. Just it would be a lot easier if I said what the team is, but I think I'll wait until the video comes out to do that. Luckily, it's almost. I'm currently editing the team overview, so like once I'm done with that, then all I've got to do is edit through some of the games. Luckily, with this one, there are losses in that video, so it's unlike the Sharpedo one. There will be losses because it's a team bunch of weirdos. I'm not winning every match, right? I did read the comment, yes. I read every comment. Oh, there's the Yamper there. That is Yamper 2730. Although I mentioned this earlier, I might be sound like a broken record at this point, but last night I started building a team about Hisuian Zoroark, because in my opinion, Hisuian Zoroark has the most fun ability in Pokemon, and it just feels so nice when you trick someone into like using fake out on that Pokemon, or close combat, or you know, any normal fighting type move. You know, I'm talking about Hisuian Zoroark, not... did I say Hisuian Zoroark? I don't think I did. I think I just said regular Zoroark. It's Hisuian Zoroark. And Hisuian Zoroark does have one of my favorite shinies. Like, in terms of favorite shinies, I think it's... I know the Zora line and Tyrantrum are up there. I like my blue shinies. This might just be biased, but... I think Sharpedo's also up there. I think the like magenta that Sharpedo has is very nice. Who else? Who else do I really like? Oh, I like Lycanroc shiny a lot. That's another one. Who else? Oh yeah, how am I forgetting Cantonian Ninetales? That's a really good shiny as well. All right. Who else? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of what other shinies that because to be fair, I like a lot of shinies. Of course, the only ones that you know I'm not that much of a fan of are the ones that like don't change, and like some of the green ones. Like I like Espeon the shiny, but it's like that certain color of green, like a puke kind of green, that I don't like. Like the green that Espeon is really good. I like that one. Of course, yeah, I do quite like Latias is shiny. There's a reason why I'm going for that first, and maybe saying that gives me a shiny luck boost for the Latias. Because Latias is really trying to hide from me right now. Palisander's a cool shiny? Yes. I think I didn't actually think I have. Do I have one? I might actually. I might have one in. Did I get? I think I. Yeah. Wait, yeah. I did. I do have a shiny Palisander. I remember you get him because in Scarlet and Violet you get him near the. What's it? You get like a Sandygast and a Palisand near one of the Poké Centers on the beach near like the what's it, a canyon-y sort of area in the main map. What are shinies? Of course, you can't really go wrong with a black shiny, right? You got your Haxoruses, Charizards, Greninja, what others? Your Rayquaza, your the Tapus, that's another one. Pheromosa, kinda. Okay, I'm thinking of legendaries right now, but who else? Why am I forgetting everything right now? Oh wait, Manetrix. That's I'm like, I'm gonna be getting that one at some point. I think Manetrix gonna be one I'm gonna get. Since I think he's just gonna be a good Pokemon for shiny hunting. Since in Sword and Shield, certain abilities have different effects in the overworld. So Lightning Rod is an ability that can help you find more electric types in the overworld, which is really good. And you can get Electrike before Gym, like before Route 4. I think if you go to a certain area in the wild area during a thunderstorm, he spawns. But do I really want to keep changing the date every single time to get a thunderstorm? I mean, I can do that. That is a possibility, but I will think about it. I've already mentioned me wanting to get a Chinchou at some point. That'll be just a good water type for Have a Nice Day stream day 88 for Latias. Hopefully. We hopefully should be able to find another shiny very soon. If day 18 was the day we got our first shiny in the Dynamax Adventure Shorts, I mean, there's a good chance day 36 and higher should be the next shiny, right? Number 2738. Honestly, I think I do need to quickly run to the poker center and heal Fracky. That's what I'll quickly do. There's the Pokemon healed. Nice. And off we go again. So, my throat is so already very dry, and it hasn't reached 50. Well, I've only been streaming for 48 minutes. Alright, there's another Yamper. To be fair, like, my main goal with me just playing a lot of Champions recently is, like, some part of me really wants to start doing, like, tournaments and stuff. I mean, okay, maybe not, like, actual proper tournaments. I mean, the only one that's, like... Actually, there's two that can be very close by. Sometimes they do it in... Of course, EUIC is the one. You know, I'm not... You know, where I live is not that far from London. And, also, I think they do one in Birmingham as well. Yeah, I think they have, like, a place in Birmingham for, you know, champion stuff. I mean, not champions, you know, like, tournament stuff. But I feel like if I want to start getting into the tournament scene, I feel like maybe next month in August I should start entering, like, the... Don't they do, like, a challenge, like a tournament every month? Like I don't know. It's not the Grand Challenge. Grand Challenge is something way different. I know that's a thing, but I think it's... I think they are doing one for the July one right now, actually. Move back a little bit. My legs hurt. husk of it. Alright, that's another 2,742 on the Yampers. Sadly, I don't really have much to talk about now. You know, something I do like to check on my channel is basically every so often I just like go to my analytics to see like all the fun like data stuff, you know. If I head to audience, So I've gotten 75 subscribers in the last 28 days, which is insane. Then down here, it doesn't look like. Wait, that's. If I go lifetime, doesn't seem like it's put the data from day 33, which did really well. I think so. My highest viewed video of all time is day 11 of my original Dynamax Adventure series at 2.1 thousand views. But the thing is, it goes from day 11 2.1 thousand, day 12 2.1 thousand, but then it's also my really old Pokerogue stream from like 2024 with a 1.9 thousand. And then like there is like the location data. Most of my viewers are in the US, no surprise. But then there's also the UK, which is also no surprise, as I am also from the UK. Then it's Canada, Australia, and then the Philippines, which is... The Philippines is a bit insane. Australia and Canada, you know, I like those places. Probably will never go to Australia, as I'm not a huge fan of spiders. But, you know, I like kangaroos. Here's another Yamp. Let's go grab you. What time is it right now? It is... So I say like another hour until hour and 30 minutes until we hop over to the Dynamax Adventure section. What else? Don't really have anything else for the analytics to show you or tell you. I'm trying to think. Geez, I have been talking about my Zoroark team, but I actually haven't used it yet since I made it like last night. You know, so I was just sitting in my bed last night making it because I was just like, you know, Zoroark is such a fun Pokemon. I feel like the team I'm gonna have the most fun with will be the Zoroark team, as Zoroark is a fun mon. Although, I'm trying to think. Also, last night I was just like browsing the Pokemon Center website, and you know, I found some interesting things. My favorite Pokemon Sharpedo has one like merchandise, which is sad. But I mean, he has three. He has some pins, and that's I don't think who actually. I don't know anyone who buys the pins from the Pokemon Center website. Um, but the only like noteworthy thing that Sharpedo has on the Pokemon Center website is a plush. It's his his fitting QT plush, I believe that's what they're called. I actually have one on my desk right now. I have a Swampert here. Basically, what they do is they just sit down and they just hang out on your desk. But I honestly don't know how a Sharpedo is supposed to sit down. I think from what it said on the website, it was that like there's like a lot of like weight on the bottom part of the fin, so it's somehow supposed to stay up because of the weight, something like that. There's something I didn't check. Hold on. I'm heading right back there, but I need to see it if there's any Bolton stuff on there. There's only Pokemon cards with Bolton. Maybe the Yamps, Mr. Yamps. There is a few stuff for Yamper. I mean, actually, there's a lot of stuff for Yamper. Honestly, the thing I've always thought would be a very cool idea for Pokemon. You know how some people have like when they go swimming, they have these boards that like keep them floating up. Not a surfboard, but they hold it with their hands and they like. It might just be a paddling board, or is it called a paddle board? I don't know. But imagine one of those, but it's like a Sharpedo instead, or I don't know whether they exist or not, but you know in Subnautica where you have the little sea glide, the little like thing with a propeller coming out the back of it. I mean that would be the perfect Sharpedo, you know. Put some fins on the other ends of the thing, and put some fins around it, and you have a Sharpedo sea glide. Hold on, I need to know: do sea glides even exist? Sea glide like contraption exist in the real world? Doesn't look like it. I typed up sea glide and it gave me a plane. Okay, so maybe something like that doesn't exist in the real world. Wait, and then I typed up underwater gliders and there's just a bomb. What? Seriously? might quickly just go downstairs and grab me a drink. My throat's really dry. So I will be right back. Come on. There you go. Alright, I'm back. Just quickly do this. Anyway, that's the wrong one. Wait, yeah, wait. Let me take it. There we go. It's gone. Just load stream back up on my phone. Go. Wait, did I do it? Alright. Continue. Alright, so currently we're at 2,764 encounters for Yamper. And like one of my biggest worries is, yes, we will get the Yamper. But how am I going to get to the next gym with Yamper? Well, okay, Route 4 with Yamper. Because we have 2 hop fights and 1 beat fight to do. And a few Team Yell fights. I don't know how Yamper will do it all on his own with a base speed of 25. Wait, no, 26, I think. Maybe we are supposed to get... we do need to get the Electrike in the wild area and not in the Route 4. And maybe have a Route 4 Pokemon be a Pikachu instead of the Electrike. Which, that might be what we have to do, but... I still don't really know much about shiny hunting in the wild area. Because I've never done that before. To be fair, it's my first time ever actually doing wild encounters in Sword and Shield. Wait, no, it's not my first time. I tried to get a shiny Sharpedo in the Isle of Armor a while back, but I never got it. It was at like 600 encounters. Look, my Sword and Shield shiny luck is awful. This is, evident right here. You know, I feel like if we did it, if I did Scarlet and Violet instead of Sword and Shield, that would we would 100% be done at this point. But I went for Sword and Shield, and um, you know, if this hunt has taken this long, I don't even want to think about how long the other hunts will take me. I think the Electrike one could be quite quick, as he does have a higher spawn rate. But a lot of the electric types of this game have a really low encounter rate. It's only Electrike, I think. And I think Galvantula on Route 7 has a high spawn rate too. But I think those are the only two you can have. purloin. Wait, no, I think I Alright, I have been a bit quiet, but just because I haven't had nothing to talk about, and I'm also resting my voice because my throat is dry as hell. Alright, it's the Yamper 2786 for now. That's good. Still no shiny, obviously. It's been sitting back in my chair just doing stuff. I think in around 30 minutes I will pop over to Sword and Shield and do a Dynamax adventure in a live one. 2788. Another one is 2789. We're like 211 until we get to 3000. $2,790. brilliant Yamper here, but not a shiny. Alright, that is the Yamper number 2800. And also, I think it's a good time to switch over to the Dynamax Adventure portion. Or is it... Actually, I think we can keep going for another, like, let's say 30 minutes. See if we can get to 2,825. Do we? I think I'll head over to... I said it was going to be in 30 minutes, so you know, I'll keep to my words, and we'll pop over to Sword and Shield to do a Dynamax adventure. We do need to save. Alright, there's a save. Alright, and then we switch over to Shield. Alright, and we are in my Pokemon Shield account. I've got to turn off the volume of the music so it's, yeah, we're about to record. Right, just like step out a little bit like that. Alright, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. I'm doing a Dynamax adventure every day until I find myself every shiny legendary Pokemon. And today is day... I kind of messed it up. I said Pokemon way too quiet. 3, 2, 1. I'm doing a Dynamax... No, that's too soon. I think some of my arm is a bit cut out. I'm doing a Dynamax adventure every day until I find myself every shiny legendary Pokemon. And today is day number 34, and currently we're hunting for Latias. That's good, that's good. And now we need to run in here and we need to do the thing. Alright, Dynamax adventure, yes please. Honestly, nowadays I find them quicker without actual people. Not only do I not have to wait for them, but it just gets a bit quicker, and I'm taking you immediately. Also, there's still a Yamper in this corner. Hold on, let me get rid of that Yamper. Wait, which one's the text? It's that one. Let's do that. Alright. So there is a Pangoro there, but my shark will actually get destroyed by that thing. So I think it's a better idea to head for the Magmar instead. We have 2 water types, though I think I remember Slowbro not having any water moves, but I think Sharpedo should, right? Like, I think it has Aqua Jet or Liquidation, something like that. I'll quickly turn on the volume again, so then you guys have something to listen to while I'm fighting. Yeah, we have Aqua Jet. Fine. Here's the big man. Charming use Endure. Right, here comes the Max Geyser. It should not only weaken its fire moves, but power up my water moves. And also, if I'm not mistaken, the Executor has Weather Ball, so it will boost his moves as well. Which I think he just used it, right? Did he just use Weather Ball? Because I saw another super effective move. Oh wait, no, it's Stomp and Tantrum. Never mind. Okay, another Max Geyser, and it just murders it. Alright. That's a Magmar down. You know, like, if I was people, I would have to wait for them to do their stuff, and, you know. But luckily, it was just like, it was just, you know, all I did was click and it's over. I think Clear Smog could be good if it gets, but I don't think Latias can get any stat boosts. Got either a dragon or a ground type. I think I want to go. I think I want to go down the Dragonair route because it's got an item. I know, you know, Sandslash would be easy, but I think this is a good idea. I don't think I really need any of these with a Sharpedo because we all get murdered easily. I guess I'll go with maybe the Lumberry. I don't know. None of those items I really need with a shark. If it was a life form, on the other hand, oh my god. Luckily, we do have a Scale Shot for the Dragonair. Though I am scared because I think Dragonair has Thunder, or Thunderbolt. Hopefully, he doesn't have one of those moves. Looks like it's Scale Shot. Three times, nice. Okay, Fire Blast. It hits, and I burn him? No burn. Yikes. Oh, that's actually really bad, because it lowers my attack. Expanding Force. Oh, wow, some big damage from the expanding force. Oh, okay, it was a life orb. I'm very tempted just to swagger it, because I don't think it has any physical moves that can hurt us with. But I'll go for another skill shot. That's not going to do anything now, because it lowered our attack. Yeah, it did some... It hit 5 times, so it did something. Then... Okay, Magma goes for a Fire Blast, again. Luckily, it does hit, which is good. Oh. Okay, Magma down, but... I think we should be able to win with the other two. Just another expanding force and terrain pulse. If they don't, I think Sharp Eater can just come in next round with a scale shot. Alright, we did it. Nice. Also, we do have a dragon type for RTS. It's a big lotty ass, yes. Alright. Oh, it did have Thunder. Have Blizzard as well. Honestly, that was a good idea not trying to swagger it, because it has 2 physical dragon moves. I think we go Ghost. Which is a Doublade. I don't know. No need to take it. Okay, we got Hitmonchan. That's really bad. And it's the same guy trying to just join all the Pokemon. That's selfish little. Next turn we do get the Dynamax, but I don't know whether it's really that worth it. Fire Punch, good damage, Stomping Tantrum. Okay, we tank that, nice. But his speed does rise. Oh, Flamethrower did something. That was a crit. It must have been, right? It wasn't a crit, it was just Life Orb boosted. Damn. Honestly, I think I need to go for a... Maybe I Dynamax and go for a Max Wormin to lower its attack. So then everyone can live at least something. Or we just go for Darkness. It might have been better to save my Dynamax for Latias, but that's fine. Right, Max Darkness, a little good damage. Fire Punch comes in, also some good damage. Ouch, Ironhead, who's gonna... Okay, the Slowbro is being a little bit of a punching bag right now. But there we go. The Doublade's down. Hopefully the Hitmonchan person actually takes this one this time, because we don't want us fighting type in a psychic type battle. Slowbro takes it. That's fine. That's fine. All fine. Alright. Yeah, it's time for the Latias. Alright. We just immediately just try and get it. We all should take this quite well. Insurance come in. I mean, assurance, assurance, is it? Power up punch, alright, that's fine. You can boost your attack. Psycho Cut. That did nothing. An Iron Head? Don't you have a ghost move, sir? Aren't you one with the ghosty ghoulies? He doesn't have a ghost move. Yay. Alright, another assurance. Reflect type on who? Me. Honestly, that's fine. Ironhead. Because now the Hitmonchan, the Doublade, and the Executor have super effective moves on it. I'm fine taking one for the team. No, I'm not. There will be no way I'll swagger something. Okay, Assurance takes it to orange. He does get rid of all of our boosts. Mindstorm. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, a Solar Beam incoming. A Sacred Sword does... Oh, that was some big damage from the Doublade. I think what I want to do is kind of like combo with the Executor. Because the Executor is about to go for the Solar Beam, and if I just use Assurance and lower its special defense with Max Darkness, then we should be able to lower its special defense, and then the Solar Beam will do some crazy damage. As long as we can live this turn. Max Darkness. I could have probably Max Wormin to stop it. Uh-oh. Yikes. Uh-oh, this is actually not good. Can one of us live an attack? Right, we lived the Mist Ball. That is brutal. I don't know if we can do this, actually. Uh-oh. Okay, Hitmonchan comes back. Hopefully just use Psychic moves on the Executor. I'm going to have to go for a Max Wormint. Oh, that got close. But we did it. I was holding on to my breath there. Oh my god. Okay, time for check number 34. Magma, not a shiny. Dragonair, not a shiny. Doublade, not a shiny. And Latias, not a shiny. Rip. Rip indeed. Did all of that really nerve-wracking work for nothing. That's how Dynamax Ventures are. Yep. Alright, and I think I will end the stream here. It's a short one today, but I think we've done good. So, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, please hit the like button and subscribe. You know the drill. Thank you for hanging out. I will head out. Goodbye for now.